This question is coming from a lot of people about decision making for XAT. तो देखो, first of all, practice point of view से कहाँ से करना चाहिए? Decision making is not something where you need to solve 2000 questions for XAT. Even if you just solve the last 10-12 years papers, 2007-2008 से तुमको XAT का papers मिल जाएगा. तो 13-14 साल का अगर पेपर सॉल्व कर लेते हो, around 20 questions on an average 25 questions per paper, so 300 questions on decision making is enough to get your mindset correct on decision making. Decision making looks like a RC question because there's a passage followed by 3 questions. In other ways, it sometimes looks like a critical reasoning question because there's a small passage. The passage is normally short, so it looks like a critical reasoning question, but it is neither RC nor critical reasoning. So decision making section जब XAT का करते हो, so your perspective has to be shifted from solving it like an RC or a critical reasoning question. Your perspective has to shift to a problem-solving solution. And when you're trying to solve a problem, you ask yourself 3-4 questions. What is the situation? What is the decision to be made? And then you say who's making the decision and what is the objective of the decision. So ये 4 चीज़. So I'll give you a small example. So let's say there's a company which wants to go for an advertising campaign with a brand ambassador. So if you think about this from the perspective of the advertising manager or the brand manager or from the perspective of the marketing manager of the company, should you go for it or not, or some other aspects of the question, the answer to the question will be different. If the objective of this thing is to make a splash in the market, the answer will be different. Should you go ahead with brand ambassador or not? But if you want to think about it from the finance controller's viewpoint, then the solution to the same situation will be different. So who's making the decision? What is the objective of the decision? These two become very critical. So if you start looking at that, you'll start getting your decision making correct.